Hi and welcome back to Cheeky Crypto. Today, guys, we're going to be diving into the world of Harmony One, taking a look at the most recent price action of the OneCoin. Guys, as we get into it, if you find it useful and informative, hit the like button. Really do appreciate that. If you happen to be new to the channel, then do go ahead and subscribe, tap the bell, select all notifications, and in doing so, you will be kept up to date with absolutely everything that we do here at Cheeky Crypto. Right, with all that said, done, and out of the way, let's jump on down to the desktop, take a look at what is going on here with Harmony One. Okay, guys, so here we have the weekly chart for Harmony One. Good starting position, as always. Nice to zoom on out to get that. Take stock of the bigger picture, right? Because sometimes we get a little bit too lost on the daily and the smaller time frames, such as the hourly, 15 minutes, etc. And that sometimes you miss the bigger trends, right? What's actually going on. So let's zoom out. We obviously have the bull run starting back in March of 2020. Wave 1, Wave 2, Wave 3, Wave 4, and obviously we're in Wave 5 now. Wave 1 was peaking at around August time 2020. We had the lows back end of 2020, like December time. December pretty much going into the new year, right? Then as soon as the new year started, bam, we're into the third wave. We reached this nice high. Again, this is up in March of 2021. We then obviously had the pullback. Lots of people calling this the bear market, but it was just a wave 4 correction. And that is because when you measure the distance of wave 1 into wave 2, and obviously going into wave 3 was over the 1.382 level of wave 1, making it no longer an ABC but a 1 through 5. And basically what you see here is this impulsive move with the pullback of wave 4 before going into wave 5. So ultimately wave counts are aligned, and it's a big weekly view, so obviously every movement takes a little bit longer. Obviously it's a weekly candle rather than a daily candle, an hourly candle, and it takes time to play out. So when we've been talking about moving up to $1, that's the 4.236 extension of 96.5 on this weekly chart, and that is the trend that is based on the low area of wave 2, the high area of wave 3, and the low area of wave 4. Okay, so we actually take the trend of the bull run. We don't just pluck a number out of the air, and obviously it shows us the extensions that are associated with it. The 1.618 is 39 cent, the 2.618 is 61 cent, the 3.618 is 83.1, and then obviously the 4.236 comes in at 96.5. Okay. Now, the other thing that's really important to acknowledge is this huge deviation right here. Okay, this is actually a part of what I'm calling a B wave, an ABC inside our fifth wave. Now, what's interesting about this is it obviously has an interesting target associated with it for our C wave, right? And again, this could go impulsive, right? So we don't know until we get to past this kind of threshold, right? So we had the good push up here, cup and handle pattern, all that kind of good stuff, reaching out at 38 cent. The pullback lost a significant amount of value. Then it's our pullback of wave B. Now, again, if we were to go ahead and actually take hold of our position here using a fib, we can see that we came down, just resting and closing on top of the 618, the wicking down to the 702, and heading towards the 786. These are the three most typical areas that you're going to see retracements to. And it's good to see that this is actually closing directly on that 618. It's a good confirmation of things to come. Okay, so that's kind of completion of your B wave. Now we're moving up quite nicely into the C wave. Now the C wave high here actually comes in at approximately 48 cent, but again, we can take the measurements to be a little bit more specific about it, right? We can take our A wave and we say that the most typical area that we're going to see the C wave kind of come in on is going to be 48.1 cent. Okay, if we go to 61.4 or higher with this C wave and this C wave push, then that is actually impulsive, and it's not an ABC move, but instead it's a 1, 2, 3, 4, and then a fifth wave at the end. Okay, so again, watching and monitoring that situation will obviously give us a good flavor as to where things are going. Okay, so we have our target. We know this is on the weekly chart, so good kind of idea of where things are heading. Now, if we actually take a look at that 96.5 cent from our current position, it's about 338%. So, you know, a 3x, right? It's not a huge amount left in the tank here for Harmony One on my expectations. Definitely outside of what many people might believe. But, you know, it's good to have good targets and obviously review these as time progresses as well. Now, on this weekly chart, we can see that we're oversold on our stochastic. The last time we were down here was at the bottom of wave 4 when we got a new all-time high afterwards. Before that, we were down here with the bottom of wave 2 again. New all-time high followed. And before that, it was, of course, all the way down here at the beginning of the bull run. And again, you know, I want to keep saying it, but new all-time highs were set, right? So you get the idea. Every time that we're at the bottom here, we go up to push onto fantastic heights. And that is where Harmony is right now. Okay, let's actually take this down into our daily chart, right? Because the daily chart also has some interesting things going on. We obviously do have the upward trend. We can see that. We obviously have the ABC been pulled down and the ABC pushing up, which is where we are right now. If we actually track hold of this one, you can see that we had this A move here, a B wave down, and now we are tracking this C wave up. Okay, again, everything's on track. And the main thing here that's really important to note is we are, of course, overbought. I think we're going to be up here for a little bit longer, but not too much longer before we start to see some kind of correction. Now, this daily chart it's a good chart, but it doesn't actually show you the reasoning why this is actually going on. For that, you're going to have to jump down into our hourly view. Now, for those who are familiar, we also spotted one of these Elliott wave triangles like this one here a little while back. It was just over here, right? Elliott wave triangle, huge impulsive break to the upside. That's why we got the 38 cent. Okay, so anyone who was paying attention to us back then were able to get in on this trade if you wanted to. You know, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not advising you to do anything. But if you wanted to pick up the trade at the end of this triangle, the E wave, and you could have potentially have ridden that up quite significantly, right? And the same thing is being had right here. We had the Elliott wave triangle, bottom out with E, and now we're looking for that explosive move to the upside. Now, for the most part, there is an explosive move right here, a pullback and then a continuation, and this could actually be a part of a much bigger play, right? And we don't know this just yet. We are waiting for more kind of data to come in, but if we were to measure the distance of our bottom of our E wave up to this area just here, and then we go put that on top of our C wave here, you see it moves out to 23 cent, right? And that's an interesting point just to kind of note, because 23 cent is an interesting point in time. Now, what if we actually take a look at some of these more, interesting movements? We had the ABC down. We can see that we overwicked just above and beyond that, but pretty much it was in line with our expectations. Then we started to see this ABC up. Now, if we actually take hold of this high point of our A wave and move it over to the low area of the B wave, we can see that actually this C wave comes in, or should have come in, at about 21.9. Instead, we started to see an ABC down, okay? The ABC down was actually quite quick. We actually took and wiped out the stochastic RSI incredibly quickly. We can see that actually what happened here, it depends on how you want to do this. This actually could be a 1 through 5 if you want. I'm just going to quickly just draw it up as an ABC, but it could easily have been a 1 through 5 depending on your wave counts. But basically, corrective move, taking us back down to this oversold area. Now we are tracking really nicely for a big move to the upside here. We had this A wave, a B wave right here, and a C wave, right? Now, is it a C wave or is it in fact a 1 through 5? When we measure the distance of our A wave right here, and we go ahead and put this on the low area of our B wave, you can see that we are actually pushing above the 1.382, heading to the 1.68, or the 1.618, right? So if we take that off, what we actually end up doing here is actually drawing this as an impulsive move. It's a 1, it's a 2, it's a 3, probably around here somewhere, a small pullback, and then a fifth wave going up again. Okay, so we are again tracking these impulsive moves as well as the ABC moves. So that's kind of where my expectations are with this latest kind of step for the weekend, right? We are looking at small pullback again, taking out and wiping out that stochastic with a nice small pullback right in here over the few hours, and then pushing up once again. So Harmony One is actually looking very interesting since it's got this breakout of this area. Now, this could actually be a much bigger play, right? It's something that we haven't really acknowledged just yet, not until I think we have the completion of this move just here. But if we were to actually take hold of this move, as I said, right, and we're going to go ahead and put it up here, it would actually take us out towards that 23.6 cent area. Again, this could be an area that we actually see the fifth wave landing, okay, right there, completing out that kind of a bigger ABC move on this chart. Again, if this actually goes much, much higher, up towards that 25.1 or above, then actually we're going to see this as a big breakout move, okay, in a big breakout, because what we're going to actually pay attention to here might be a wave 1, a wave 2, a wave 3, a wave 4, and then a wave 5, taking it up into some decent recovery. Not all-time high on this particular scenario, but we'll see how that kind of plays out over time. But it could be a fantastic position to be in on Harmony One. Okay, so just watching this one, obviously the last time we saw a triangle like this on the hourly, did come up and we did set new all-time highs with a fantastic impulsive move. So if we are seeing this turn impulsive, there could be fantastic heights that get hit once again on Harmony 1. So guys, for the most part, the chart for Harmony is looking very, very good. From the weekly, the daily, and the hourly, things are finally lining up quite nicely again for Harmony 1. If you have found this video useful and informative, hit the like button. I really do appreciate that. If you happen to be new to the channel, then do go ahead and subscribe. Tap the bell, select all notifications, and in doing so, you will be kept up to date with everything that we do here at Cheeky Crypto. With this said, done, and out of the way, I hope everyone has a fantastic day, and I'll catch you all in the next one.